right, Mr. Bordeaux, if you get lost, I got all the directions written on the back of this budget rent-a-car thing that I don't know if you're lost, we're screwed. Dude, this is the blind leading the blind. Well, you're not blind.
I'm not blind.
Some of the priciest wine real estate in the world.
That would be a oui.
That would be a super oui.
Yeah.
Eventually, we did find our way to our first stop. Pomerol's rising star, La Croix Saint-Georges, owned by the young Jean-Philippe Janoueix. Along for the ride was our good friend and associate in Bordeaux, Marc Ribet. And after a few bonjours and ça vas, we were itching to get into the vineyard.
So La Croix Saint-Georges is surrounded by Chateau. On these two sides, then you have Petit Village, which is here, and you have Beauregard and Chateau La Croix, which is there. So La Croix Saint-Georges is on the gravel soil, where you can see all these stones, which are giving this special heat to the vines, giving with the earliest grape variety in Bordeaux, which is Merlot. So it's in Pomerol that we always start harvesting before the Saint-Emilion or the Médoc area. As you see, we have just finished the pruning, and now we are just taking off the soil that was protecting the vines. And at the moment we are doing by hand what we call tirer le cavaillon, which is taking off the soil that is here, in order to have the small roots which are just there to go deeper. The deeper they are, the best it is for the wine, because then they will less suffer during the summer from the heat, and during the harvest, if it rains, it will take longer to the water to go to the roots. When you are doing this all day long during 3 to 4 months,
Sucks.
It's
horrible.
Very tough. So.
Yeah.
No, it's...
Yeah. Seriously, that's backbreaking. And I have a bad back.
And you have Tristan, you'd prune like 4 vines, you'd be like, okay, I'm out.
Done. Yeah, uncle, done.
Yes.
Want to see the little house right there? This little house is Le Pen. And his property basically surrounds Le Pen. So just a small little property, little piece there. Some serious terroir here. Some great things that he's doing, and it shows in his wines, absolutely. In addition to using 100% new French oak from France's top barrel makers, Jean-Philippe has created his own special cigar-shaped barrel.
The main difference is this shape. You see, yeah. We have made an experiment on the shape of the barrel, and since 1998 we work for almost 40 to 50% of the crop in this kind, which is almost flat, so that the leaves are going to be more in contact with the wine. So the aim is this kind of barrel have been invented for the transport and also for the clearing of the wine, fining. So they are very round in order to have all the sediments by gravity at the bottom of the barrel. So when you are going to rack the wine, it's going to be easier to separate the fine wine from with the lees. So here the aim is not to get rid of the lees, it's to keep them. But we don't want to have them just at the bottom. We want to have more contact between the lees and the wine. So then the lees would be more thin and would be easier to digest by the wine. So then we will have a more voluptuous wine.
Jean-Philippe's 2008s are an impressive lot, but perhaps the sleeper of the bunch is the Croix Mouton. This is a tremendous wine. It's a Croix Mouton.
Croix Mouton. Yeah.
And when we say sleeper, we're talking tremendous value here. This wine will be on US shelves for well south of $15 a bottle. One of the greatest deals on the right bank.
So real quick, it's 85% Merlot,
85% Merlot,
and 15% Cabernet Franc.
But let's be honest with ourselves. The real reason we were at Croix Saint-Georges was to taste the 2008 Croix Saint-Georges.
So that's Croix Saint-Georges. So here the blend is 92% Merlot and 8% Cabernet Franc.
Man, this wine was amazing. Velvety, polished, beautiful texture. Maybe from those special cigar-shaped barrels.
Having lunch in France is very, very important.
Our bellies full of Croix Saint-Georges, it was off to Logis de la Cadenne.
I'm hungry.
One of Saint-Emilion's finest eateries for the specialty of the house, grilled breast of duck on vine cuttings. Lunch in Bordeaux is a special time. Deals are made, conversation struck, food consumed, and of course, there's always room for a little dessert.
So these are the three specialties of Saint-Emilion. Vin, which is nicest wine, and cannelé and a macaron. These two cakes were invented by the monks during the Middle Age in order to keep the yellow of the eggs while they were using the white to find the wine.
And while we did want to stop for one more macaron, we were already late for our next gig with one of Bordeaux's greatest artisanal producers.